likely means we're going to see the same result here in Grands, because all 4 of those games felt like they could have gone either way. Some things happened in some of those games to make them go otherwise, but for now, we're kicking it off. Grand finals between Dabuz and Lima. Dabuz on the winner's side, hoping to shut down the hometown defender in Lima. We're getting into it, game number 1.
And as you mentioned in the winner's set, I feel like it is important to bring up that even though we saw Dabuz take the set earlier this tournament, their set history overall has been Lima favored. So something over time, especially with the opportunity to adjust and playing hot, coming from winner's side, taking a dominant game 5 over Mudace, definitely going to be good for the brain going into this set now against Dabuz for Lima.
Yeah, you can see some of the reasons why Lima has had the set history as of late, and looking to get that run back. And let's not forget, the last time Dabuz had a run like this at a low-tide city back in 2021, he beat one of the people that was the favorite to win the tournament, somebody who had been a demon for him for a while, to get into Grands on winner's side and then wasn't able to close it out. He's hoping to reverse those fortunes here against Lima, trying to avoid history repeating itself, and has put himself in a decent spot here in this game 1. Obviously, Lima got that very early stock, but Dabuz has got powerful Pikmin available to try and slap Lima right out of the skies, and nearly did.
Yeah, definitely was winding up for that purple Pikmin, but the Witch Time at an opportune moment was able to catch him out of the skies. Not able to finish the stock. The down smash also not going to do it for Dabuz.
Saw Lima recovering around that red Pikmin as well, not because he was necessarily afraid of like the damage or anything that it was going to rack on, but because, talked about it earlier, having those Pikmin latched onto you, that can really mess up those multi-hits. It can mess up your timing on not only your combos, but your recoveries as well, would make it really easy for Dabuz to hit him back as he's trying to get to the ledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're actively hitting that Pikmin as you're covering with Witch Twist, you are in the animation for longer. So your combos are going to be worse, and it is, like you said, it's so much easier to catch that recovery.
That was a very untimely decision there from Lima, trying to go off stage to hit Dabuz right there instead of trying to play it patient on the ledge trap. Dabuz had no Pikmin. Would have been very easy for Lima to continue a ledge trap for a while, because Olimar, Alf, whatever you want to call him, not a very mobile character either. Bayonetta can definitely outmaneuver him, and honestly, this whole game thus far, Lima has been hot start in this game number 1 with that 3-stock-to-1 lead.
Yeah, has been taking big advantage of those platforms, dancing between them and making it difficult for Dabuz to catch these landings.
Honestly, I think that set against Mudace was a really big wake-up call for Lima as to how to approach this match as well. Mudace had those moments where he was playing hyper campy, really waiting for Lima to approach him, and it seems like Lima's taking a lot of that same approach that we saw him have in that set against Mudace that he didn't have against Dabuz earlier.
Beautiful use of that whistle to stop what could have been a huge combo starter. Anytime you get that raw up air as Bayo, you're just frothing for the next hit.
That purple Pikmin thrown, Lima not able to get a big combo forward till, even with that Witch Time, not the most usable move. But that whistle actually puts Dabuz right in front of Lima as that ending lag finishes up from him, so he gets another helping of damage from Lima. 89% built up on that Alf, and that means something like an up tilt or a back air near the ledge could absolutely take the stock.
And we're getting close to the top there with that Witch Twist conversion. We have a Pikmin on hand. Pulled away with the whistle, important because that could be a very easy Witch Time for Lima to activate at will near Dabuz to end the game.
Once again, deep off stage while Dabuz has no Pikmin available to him. Purple Pikmin back in hand, so of course he can't whiff too freely. That could end your stock, but Lima 180% built up on Dabuz. Still not quite at those reliable kill percents yet himself, unless Dabuz is able to catch some wayward movement. But game 1, it seemed all but over, and now it is cracking that helmet open like a soft shell crab with those bullet arts to take game number 1.
Quite a few game-saving whistles from Dabuz.
I want to issue a correction: the bullet climax, not the bullet arts.
I see.
Anyways, as you were saying, as it were.
Quite a few solid whistles from Dabuz to survive, up to 180%, very resilient as we saw, but I feel like it started a little too late in that game to really make the difference and give him the time to turn things around. I feel like if we see some of that resilience at the start of the next game, could be a different story, but Lima just went out of the gate swinging at the start of that last one.
Yeah, Dabuz definitely not ready for just the new dismantling of defense approach that Lima brought to the table, right? Just so many ways that he wasn't struggling with trying to approach Dabuz in that game. It was a lot more of just get up close to him and bully him if I can, but otherwise I don't really need to go near him. If he's got all the Pikmin and if he's going to stand still under a platform, well, no really need to engage with that, especially when you get to play with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see running back to the Alpha, of course. I don't think that that's going to change throughout the set unless something goes horribly wrong.
Dabuz is known to counterpick himself out of victories every now and then, but he's been, as the game has gone on, I feel like he's gotten a lot more ironclad in his character choices and his belief in his game plans, and we'll see if that continues. Lima with the double witch time, but not one nor two was able to get him an advantage, so game one starts off just as normal.
Dabuz able to easily refill those lost Pikmin, and now we have purple on deck. That purple has constantly been and will always be a very important part of the lineup here in any matchup.
Lima again, yeah, playing very patiently, isn't trying to immediately burst back into the zone. Purple Pikmin tanks the ABK for Dabuz. You see a lot of those Pikmin tosses to cover that distance right when Lima's about to go for those witch times. Dabuz is honestly using that as a way to really pick out, okay, this is how I'm going to deal with that. We saw him picking out the ending lag timings in that last set. Now he's picking out the witch times.
Get down, Mr. President moment for sure. And now that witch twist, or witch time rather, is so incredibly staled. You're really not even going to get a clean hit off of it.
And that does mean that Dabuz can kind of more freely throw out a lot of Pikmin, throw out a lot of hitboxes, and optimal lineup, and it wasn't even necessary. Throw out that purple Pikmin downer, and he says, blue Pikmin, well, you were there for insurance, now I don't need you. Get out of my band.
Yeah, get a red for that more consistent damage. And even with a refreshed witch time, not going to be enough to actually get a clean punish off of the witch time. Man, the crowd is roaring. It is for the Splatoon crowd.
It is loud over there. I mean, everybody is involved. I was taking a look at that, but back to the game as it were. Two purples and a yellow. Great offensive lineup for Dabuz. Definitely gives him the opportunity to get things started. But again, Lima using that witch time just not even necessarily as a way to open up Dabuz, but just to negate the Pikmin that have been thrown at him.
And these purples are going to make it so hard for Lima to get stuff started. Again, coming in with these ABK angles. What we saw a lot of in the winter set was Dabuz doing a great job of anti-airing and catching Lima trying to get stuff started with those ABKs.
Definitely a lot more solid in this game number two. I mean, he's just been controlling space in a way that Lima has not been able to deal with. And honestly, this is a little bit what we saw in that winner's final set is that game one, Lima looked very comfortable, but Dabuz made a lot of mid-game adjustments. And boy, if this doesn't look a heck of a lot different than that game number one, then I don't know, I might need to get my eyes checked.
Waiting. Wow, recovering to the other side. It's going to be hard for Lima to chase all the way there. And we have seen Lima get reversaled for trying to do so as well.
To end the set, no less, last time, right? Yeah, so definitely needs to be careful, even at those low percentages. Does finally swing out that back air to take the first stock, but Dabuz playing with a comfortable lead. This is the place where he exists, if he can control it.
Yeah, you know, the stock is hard to get, but the percent is not usually that hard to come by, so Lima might be able to start to even things out a little bit if we get a little bit of fortune favoring. Oh, and there we see a forward smash. Not quite doing it, but that's exactly the kind of play we need to see. Had that KO'd, we could easily see Lima in the driver's seat here.
Definitely need some more stuff like that and look for it, but Dabuz is not going to open up that avenue for you twice in a row. Again, adaptation monster. This guy plays with an all-seeing eye that few can match. Lima going for the big combo, knew the back air wouldn't be enough, but couldn't get the full setup. And again, I think part of that might be that the Pikmin can interrupt things in a way that you thought your combo was fine, but just couldn't pull it off. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, brave was Lima to challenge that. The guns coming out. Bullet climax, as you mentioned. Definitely taking us to a...
Feel free to wear it out.
I sure will. But man, we are down to the last stock in this game too. Dabuz has been running with the momentum this whole time. Lima trying to turn things around.
Dabuz definitely, I think, going to try to fish for that purple Pikmin if he can, tossing out a lot of those yellows at the mid-range, calling them back. All very good to try to take that last stock if you don't have access to the blue and the grab. There's the witch time. Lima, yeah, had to deal with the whistle, couldn't get the full connection.
Does manage to grab the ledge, not going to get sniped here. Grabs through the whistle attempt and waits out the back air. Hold on.
Woo. Yeah, Dabuz, I love using that yellow downer specifically to try to hit the ledge because it's got that lingering hitbox, but does close it out. Some of the non-Texans getting loud in the crowd for Dabuz, but Texans firing back in kind as well. And that has been the story of the set so far, back and forth as we go into game number 3.
Big supporters on both ends of things. And right now, one game apiece. We've said it before, we'll say it again. This third game in the set really does swing momentum into one player's favor. See where that pendulum is going to swing out and which of these players is going to get the most of it.
Momentum definitely important when it comes to a grand finals kind of set, because if you're Lima, I feel like you don't want to scrap it out and just barely eke out a game 5 win, because then you've got to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And even though it's the same for both players, right, even if at the end of that set you both have to play a best of 5, psychologically as Dabuz, being the one on the winner's side, it feels less like you've been the one grinding.
Right. You have a little bit of room to play with. But sometimes that means that you're not fighting with the same dog in you, you know? You can get a little complacent. But I think complacent is never the right word to use to describe Dabuz and his gameplay. So.
Always vigilant. Always vigilant indeed. And again, looking to pick up one of the tournaments that has escaped him in the past in Low Tide City. This would be his time to take it, sitting on winner's side of Grands once again. But yeah, Lima has been putting up a good fight. Both been trading blows at the beginning of this game, and Lima, that is a straight right to the jaw. He's already done it a couple times, and he's gonna do it again, this time to take the lead and really control this game number 3.
The slight adjustment for that one is we've seen Lima going for the 1-2s of the fair to try to connect it, but this time only went for the 1, waited and let Dabuz air dodge, thinking he got out of the 1-2 for free, but as it turns out, it was all set up.
Whistle, again, like you mentioned, you got to be vigilant with using it throughout the whole set as Dabuz, right? Because it's going to break you out of a lot of combos that most characters would just kind of cry and suffer through. But Dabuz has definitely been able to escape from disadvantage a couple times through it. Now it's up to him to catch Lima, though. You see, we're back to that evasive game plan. Downward ABK away, make the Olimar come to you, but that time getting the jump caught.
Big swing, that back air covers such a good range for you, but that back air KOing at such an early percent, 100 post hit, and Dabuz now sitting on a last stock for this game 3.
Lima, once again,
Gotcha.
that double witch time, the gotcha. But, I mean, you know, looking like Genshin pulls. You're not actually getting anything out of that gotcha, are you? 55% built up on Dabuz, though, is a hefty amount when you're up a stock, and this could get close to ending that stock. That up tilt is such a huge combo starter. Down airs, no Pikmin available for Dabuz.
And that is why Lima is just content to fly at him once more. Wasted all of the resources at 34%. We lost that. But it's fine. Just picking it up again. The up tilt is going to do what we need it to do to finish that one. Lima playing a little bit too coy, I think, at the end of that one, but manages to take the game 3. And like we mentioned, that momentum swing from the third game, I feel like could be pretty important. Lima kind of broke down the floodgates on that one. The past 2 games have been a little bit slower paced, a little bit more chill. That was anything but.
It has really all come down to who got the first stock in all of these games, right? I think for Lima, it's just if he didn't get that first stock, Dabuz was going to be in the driver's seat the whole time. He got to control the pace of the game. And otherwise, if Lima got that first stock, I think he's only won the games that he's gotten the first stock in.
Yeah.
You know, he's been able to just kind of trade with Dabuz and be aggressive off stage, play the way that he wants to. And again, Dabuz is a guy who loves to prevent your style of gameplay. But if Lima is going to be calm and sort of in his zone, in his flow, I think that's where he's going to be winning those games.
It is so much harder, and I feel like this is, from winner's side on Grands, I feel like this is fine for Dabuz. This is the time to give it a try, right? Because here's the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, Lima wins this game, you go into the next set, and Lima's cold on the Olimar.
And
right?
not only that, right, but you just go, you also know there's no doubts.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about what would I be doing if I had the Rosalina out.
Right.
Now you know.
Exactly. You got to have a clear head going into it. But best case scenario, maybe you take this game. Maybe you take the next one.
And honestly, it could be like that proto-Bantam kind of thing, right? Where just, hey, you switch up the characters, even if the other one is theoretically 10-15% better performance-wise against Lima and his Bayonetta. But hey, if you can actually, like you said, get him cold on the Olimar, if you manage to take this game as well, Dabuz is going to be really well set up for Game 5. But he has to get there first.
Ooh, the SDI from Dabuz to escape that sequence was phenomenal, and turning it into his own juggle, this could be curtains.
Curtains for Dabuz, you mean?
That's what I meant the whole time, actually.
You saw into the future.
The really is crazy how, even after becoming a main game staple, that DLC mechanic of the Bats Within really just put in the work.
It's, you know, yeah, you can make it base game, but you can't take the DLC out of the mechanics.
Yeah.
That is very true. But Buzz, yeah, having some struggles. He's just going to continue to send Luma in to get battered, but it works out eventually. Lima impatient, coming off the ledge to Buzz, gets that stock fired off, and totally even game. And yeah, look at Lima just, pew.
All right, tired of this star.
Get him out of here. I don't want to see him.
Ooh, okay, good
Great
DI.
DI, yeah.
But it does not get you out of the frying pan.
Yeah, indeed. Right back into the fire. Luma does not get him out of the combo either, and no hitbox on that recovery either with that predictable angle. Lima's just going to continue to rack up that damage, 117. But that also means Rosalina with Rage. So, you know, you're winning, but watch out.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit careful of the up airs.
Man, that combo DI from Dabuz has been phenomenal.
Stupid star out of there. And
Next
here we
one's
go.
green, Shake.
Yeah, you got it. I'm going for blue.
Okay, gotcha. We want cold colors only here. And man, Dabuz got to be feeling a little cold after that combo. It's yellow.
Classic.
We're both, you know, just regular old Luma. Why not?
Earlier on, I think it was against Mute. Dabuz had like 4 blues in a row, so I was really confident.
Harkening back to the data that we've seen, he's out of blues now.
Yeah,
they have no more of that pigment.
Should have thought about that before I said it.
Been all used up. Lima, though, right now, definitely looking comfy against the Rosa. I mean, a tall character against Bayo, right? A lot easier to get those openings for those combos. We saw him have to be super patient against the Olimar. Here against Rosalina, it's just, hey, I'll throw out a move. Why not? It'll probably hit.
Okay, stuck on the platform again. That's not where you want to be. An opportunity for Dabuz to turn things around. I love the way he just walks up and Luma flies to position at ledge.
Yeah. Oh, I know where I got to be, boss. Don't worry about me. And honestly, playing a puppet character, that's tough, right? You have to know exactly the position that your Luma was in that part. And then where you go, Luma's going to go to that distance again.
Oh, playing it very coy again. Next one's red, Shake.
If you can hear us, Dabuz on his last stock. Oh my gosh, and now so too is Lima. Good catch on seeing the amount of times that Lima has tried to just drop off the ledge, get back on stage with a hitbox. Dabuz had the perfect challenge for that, goes for it again.
I am terrified of the down air reversal. I don't care what recovery Lima has, what percent he's at. Woo! It's so scary.
Little two-piece, and it's continuing. Lima trying to get up close to end this, and Dabuz, this is where he smells blood like a shark in the water. He knows that he's got you right where he wants you. 43% is not a ton for Lima, but that can change in the blink of an eye.
And there's no escaping the combo of Rosa and Luma, but finally finds the hit. Doesn't end the game, though. You gotta watch out for the up smash on the landing.
Luma's still alive, which is so huge for Dabuz, able to just put that door in the way. You gotta come knocking to see the person who is occupying the inside of the house. And Dabuz posted up under that platform. There goes Luma. Dabuz gonna try to take his time getting back on stage. Lima forces the issue, but it puts him in a bad spot. Hold on.
We chase the roll, we get the back air, but don't finish it, but the guns come through. No grab pull, no air dodge, nothing to stop that snipe. And now we see Lima reset the bracket.
Sniper is not only ruining Team Fortress 2, he's also ruining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Unbelievable.
Who could have seen Mundy doing that? We are going to the grand finals reset, as we like to call it down here in Texas, the true finals. There is only one more set to be played, guaranteed. Dabuz sent now to the losers bracket, even footing with Lima.
Yeah, the final of all finals, and now the question is, do we go back to the Rosaluma? Do we go back to the Alpha? I think the Alpha is probably out to play, and I think it was just a mention of we want to keep him cold.
I want to give a big shout out to whoever it is in the crowd that has a propeller hat and a comically large lollipop. Like, large enough that I thought it was like a sign or a piece of a cosplay, but it's just like as big as, take a look at the back. Can you
That
see
is
that?
such
Just
a big lollipop.
It is huge. That is like a stop sign.
That's unreal.
That is, I was just talking about Sniper TF2. There's the pyro.
Nobody needs all of that sugar. You're going to go into cardiac arrest.
That's far too much.
Please
there are
pace
3
yourself.
people in propeller. Okay,
Propeller hat time.
It's for 3 people. That makes more sense.
Okay. They can share it.
Not for one simple gluttonous individual.
Holy
Lima
cow.
is the one that is feeling hungry. 9 seconds to start off grand finals. Forget about your propeller hats. You're the one flying today.
Yeah. Gluttonous or maybe avaricious. Lima is hungry for this dub. And Dabuz going back to the Rosalina and Luma side. Didn't win that one, but I do feel like it was close enough that this character might be the one to get me there. Lima has some different thoughts.
Red Luma, by the way.
I'm going to go green.
Oh, yeah, good call, huh?
I can feel it in my heart, but I was too
solid green. Yeah, good call. All right, Lima, though. Green definitely in his sights right now. Got that full stock lead. And again, we talked about it. When he gets the first stock, it definitely seems like those games are the ones that are going to go his way. Dabuz has put up a really good fight, but I mean, trying to stop somebody from playing their game plan when they know that you have to force the issue is tough.
Oh, the up smash covers so much range. Woo. And one good up smash begets another.
Really good landing mix up there by Lima. Dabuz does knock him back off stage, but again, ledge trapping Bayonetta, much easier said than done. And there goes the Luma. Next one's yellow.
I'm going to go with the white one.
Okay. We're going bright natural colors.
We're going to see the down throw not setting up everything that we need. The up smash without Luma not going to do it. 2 greens in a row. Who would have thought?
Who could have seen it coming? No, Lima did not see the up smash coming. Put himself in far too much ending lag to avoid whatever Dabuz had cooked up. 102% is the score right now. That means something like an APK and a back air could be the combination he needs, but Dabuz recovery looking excellent.
Completely evacuated the situation. Does not want anything
I'm out
to
of
do
here.
with that.
It says fire exit. I don't care. I'm going through there.
There we go. Beautiful top hit of the Nair makes it so Lima can't come back down with the back air. The anti-airs have been on point from Dabuz. Lima cannot find footing.
This is what he is so good at, is covering these platforms specifically. I nearly made an entire video about just Dabuz covering a platform before I realized I should probably talk about other stuff if I'm talking about Dabuz. But this is where he is so proficient, especially with Rosalina and Luma. Something that he can't really do with Olimar. He's got to control the ground game with that character, but with Rosalina, he can really challenge Lima in that air-to-air.
Man, cannot get rid of this star to save his life. Lima is getting punched by the star bits. And it felt like Lima had a pretty solid lead going into this, but just could not finish his food. Woo!
Dabuz happy to take the opportunity. No combos to be had, just far too much percentage. Lima, forward air still not enough, 224.
And the forward air aggressive from Dabuz on the way down. Going to tick on a little bit more of that percent.
This Luma has been camouflaged to PS2 this whole game.
We got another green one. Oh my goodness.
On respawn, it will be a black Luma. That is my call. But
I'm doubling up for a 4th green one.
Okay.
If we even see it. We might not see another Luma. The way that Dabuz is playing
oh,
right
you
now,
might be right, actually.
Hold on.
Oh, I might have been a bit presumptuous even.
We've got the star bits flying. Luma is so mad. It is crazy how expressive that thing is without eyebrows. Okay, green again. No, yellow.
It's yellow. Man, the respawns have been yellow so many times.
I am not a Colorama champion.
No. They are
Remember
taking
that
my
game?
tickets, yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum.
Oh. Okay, Lima found the dab kick, but not a good conversion. And again, just feels like we're stuck on these flats. I feel like PS2 is just a really good place for Dabuz to set up pressure with those Lumas.
I think with game 1, you are picking the stage first, if I'm not mistaken. So if Dabuz says, oh, you want to go Pokemon Stadium 2, I'll go Rosalina, and that game plan definitely worked.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to have a different stadium for the matchup there, the way that Dabuz was covering the ground so well.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Because Olimar is far too slow to be able to chase Lima back and forth all the way around PS2 constantly. But now, Dabuz, with the Rosalina warmed up, says, you can't take me there. This is not a place that you are permitted to go. And now for Lima, you have to shift your stage picking game plan to, okay, it can't be just about if I can run away from Olimar, because if I pick a stage like that, then Dabuz goes Rosalina. And now that you have to worry about both characters, honestly, just go to the stage that benefits your playstyle most.
Yeah, I feel like this is another situation. Lima's going to have to dig pretty deep, because that game started with Lima 0 to deathing, doing a ton of damage, and Dabuz played incredibly well from behind the whole time. Never let the win condition falter.
Again, that is his hallmark as a player, right? Building up a game plan, sticking to it. And again, not to say that he can't adapt. He's definitely shown that he can. He can even change characters mid-set and not be bothered. But
FD might be a good pick to get away from the Luma landings, but it might be a world where Alf comes out to play.
I was about to say, yeah, if you go to FD, then Dabuz is going to go Alf. And again, you know, with the Alf, he's been controlling the ground game very well, and you have to fight on the ground, you know, especially just to start anything up against Dabuz. But no, it's going to be the Rosalina. It's been successful, so why not? If you get put on the back foot later, then you can switch to the Alf.
Sure, yeah. Going to let it ride out with Rosalina, starting off with a classic yellow.
As always.
As always.
You don't have an option. We will see. I think Dabuz, I mean, definitely you lose that ability to camp under platforms and all that, right? But FD has famously been a very uncomfortable stage for Bayonetta as well.
Right. A world where you can't kind of mix up that landing to any platforms. You are just going to have to incur that special landing lag unless you retreat all the way to the ledge. Hold on, off the top.
Wow,
yeah, we got it.
does.
Next one's red.
Good call. I didn't want to say anything because I was kind of like, you might be right.
1 out of 20. It's not bad.
You know, in the major leagues, that's, I mean, still bad. still quite bad even, but you know, it's something.
I'm just happy I got the one.
Lima also happy that he got the one. Again, getting to play with the lead is huge, although in that last game didn't matter as much. Dabuz brought it back, but sitting at 92 immediately. FD looking like a great stage pick. Dabuz seems lost without a platform above his head.
Not only that, lost without a platform above his head, but lost without a platform to try to chase Lima's landing.
Yeah, that's what Dabuz is so good at, right? Is if he gets that juggle started, being able to cover more than just the platform, he's so good at it. But yeah, now that he's got to purely kind of go for those guessing games, it's been a lot tougher of a journey for him. And look, Lima's been ignoring the Luma this game pretty much as well. He's just been, look, that's a big target, that Rosalina, but it's free. You might as well hit the Luma. But 142, that damage speaks for itself.
For the most part, got to keep that star away from me.
Yellow, by the way.
I'm going blue.
All right, we both got one. All right, the world is a beautiful place once again. Dabuz, yeah, trying to catch that movement out. Good patience right there, knowing that, again, might probably live a forward throw or something, so keep that shield up, but catching that landing does finally counter hit, but 155%. Yeah, you're not going to be alive for much longer.
Okay, I'm feeling a white one. A white one's coming.
All right. I don't know if I have my future. I can't see it. Oh, I was totally going to say blue, too. Oh, I should have committed.
Well, we can count it.
Get him next time. No, I mean, I can hold it. You know, that's all right. But, all right, okay. Joking aside, Luma side bets off the table for the moment. Lima is concerned about one thing, and that is taking this game off of Dabuz, keeping things close in this set, because having a reverse 3-0 Dabuz sounds like a nightmare for anybody who has ever touched a GameCube controller.
It's already going to be hard enough to come back from the one game down, you know?
Yeah.
Because at best, you're 4-1-ing this guy. 3-1-ing.
Oh, why not? 4. Play out the 5th one anyways.
Just have a grand old time.
Doing a great job of mixing up the targets. Went for the Luma for a little bit, then right back to Dabuz, but good job firing back there. This game is a far cry from over. Dabuz has done a much better job sniping Lima out of the air with that anti-air game. But now getting taken off the sides, and the up air, perfect DI.
Yeah, still holding on. Dash attack is going to catch Lima's landing there.
Lima back as well. This could be a big opportunity.
It is crazy how scary this looks.
Oh, it's very scary. Yeah, Lima just going straight to the ledge. He doesn't even want to deal with the fact that the Buzz's anti-airs have gotten so good in this FD game. Even air dodge, you see the amount of respect, not trying to fire back at him, doesn't want to take any shots. He's at 134%. Lima knows, probably won't have access to an up tilt combo or anything, but an APK in the back air could do it. Oh my gosh.
Dabuz was able to crawl away and let Luma catapult themselves forward. Not going to finish.
Does have to go off stage and does eat a back air just on timing. Lima picking up that habit from the Buzz. We go to game 3 tied up 1-1, but that did not feel like Lima was winning near the end.
Didn't feel convincing. It felt very similar to the first game where Lima was ahead by quite a bit. And then we saw Dabuz turn it around and just solid out the gameplay. Did not let Lima land even a little bit.
That is what he's used to doing. He's got to continue to make that gameplay rock solid, even throughout the counter picks, right? Both of these guys are going to get access to at least one, but Dabuz, having won that game 1, gets that all-important, deciding game 3 counter pick. If Lima is able to turn things around and force Dabuz to use the counter pick in game 4, that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally flips the set on its head.
I feel like from here, we should still see the Rosa, and we're going to be going to a stage with a little bit more plat access.
It sounds like PS2.
Yeah.
We've got the Gladian theme playing. Could have scrolled down a little more and picked up something with a little more energy, but, you know, whatever. Pokemon Stadium 2 makes the best games, right?
Would it be a Smash Brothers Finals if we didn't play as many sets on PS2 as possible?
Especially with somebody from Tri-State playing. Tri-State loves PS2.
Well, it was the bait and switch, Town and City the whole time.
Dabuz waited until I put my foot in my mouth.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that he would do this to you specifically.
It's all about me. Dabuz hates me.
Targeted.
And well-deserved.
Man.
I only made a whole video about him. Game number 3. It's Town and City. Yeah, we're not going back to PS2. Dabuz says, you know what? This first transformation, plenty good. And honestly, he looked pretty comfortable on FD, so even those in-between transformations, not going to be too much of an issue for him.
Yeah, going to be looking for, you know, a little bit less KOs off the top. And off the side, we know the big back air has been prevalent, but it's not been easy for Lima to find them. He's kind of had to sneak them in.
Very DI-able move as well, right? Like if it's not directly in the corner, if you're center stage, you get to go all the way to the corner, and that corner has quite a bit of distance on Town and City.
Absolutely. It's going to be a little bit harder. Meanwhile, now Dabuz doesn't get to go for as many up smash up airs off the top, but he does get to continue his, you know, control of the length of the stage.
I think what really matters is not necessarily getting the KOs off the top. It's just that he needs to juggle Lima, right? Just keep the Bayonetta up there. If you have platforms there to assist you, then all the better. But yeah, Town and City giving you plenty of a cushion. No danger in getting taken off the top there, and even Lima do it, bailing out of that combo.
Absolutely. Retreating to the ledge, and then Luma chased Lima there, so she, you know, he had to get out of the way.
Nice job not mixing up the Luma or the Lima, because I definitely did that earlier.
It's tough. It's tough out here. Again, these players have it out for us specifically.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dabuz just hates us. He's like, oh, wait, hang on. I got to make sure that the commentators have a hard time. We're obviously messing with you. We love Dabuz.
It's a Luma next.
You want blue?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'll go red. Why not?
Oh, he's chasing left and right, but Dabuz doing such a good job of flipping in and out of the range. What a smash.
Lima directly into the side blast zone. Dabuz getting to play with the lead, and again, he's so solid when he can control the pace of the game. Yeah, and all he needed to do was get out of disadvantage. Now he is really in a good spot. Great mash by Lima, but you still got to worry about that Luma harrying you from behind.
This Luma is scrapping.
He clicked A on the character select screen, and Xander Mobus said, Luma.
Luma is fighting.
Not even a Rosalita to be seen.
Let me out, please. Lima was in jail.
There's no such thing as a Sopo here, but there is a Soluma.
I suppose so.
That's all we saw in that stock. Luma is gone now. Was taken off the side, I think, on just the Witch Twist.
Just the Witch Twist is correct. And sitting at 60% though, I don't feel comfy if I am Lima flying high above this Rosalina and Luma.
Getting the heck out of there. does get the Luma out of there as well. And on this flat transformation with no access to a Luma, Dabuz will definitely have a hard time stopping Lima from his gameplay getting rolling here. But as I say that dash dancing has just kept a low profile to the point where it's not easy for Lima to commit to something.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. That side platform can definitely open things up, but Dabuz got out of there before things got hairy.
Great SDI once more to not let Lima get these fair connections. Forward smash errantly tossed out, not going to find its mark.
Now it's time for Lima to get a juggle, catches Dabuz, greedily trying to go down to that platform. And again, we talked about it. If Lima is able to win this game 3, that turns the momentum of this set on its head.
But it could also be a scenario where we see Dabuz flip things around, go back to the Alf, say, now you got to get ready for this little fella again. You know,
Very much so.
The way you play against these two characters is so different.
Yeah, tall character versus short character, air control versus ground control, right? And yeah, Lima has had to adjust that in between things in this set. Nice little alley-oop from Dabuz there, though. You go up and I go up too. Both of these players now fighting on last stock to see who gets that counterpick advantage going into the end of the set.
This juggle has been unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, Dabuz pulling out that forward smash, catching the air dodge that we've seen so many times from Lima, but he just needed like 2% more to get that KO and didn't have it.
Yeah, somehow, even on town, not quite being enough. Lima literally living on borrowed time.
This is not his time. 104%. And yeah, all Dabuz needs is one more smash attack to get this done. But meanwhile, you've got a Bayonetta with Rage looming. And on Town and City, you can get taken off the side. That's why I'm scared to see Dabuz playing over by the ledge so much.
Going to be keeping access to that Luma very close to Lima, not let him get free. He has no resource left. Fighting hard for the comeback, but not quite enough. Dabuz taking the third game, momentum in his favor.
It is such a tough way for Game 3 to end. We talked about how important it is to win that one, and Lima with the SD, unfortunately very characteristic of him, burning all those resources. It does mean he gets those explosive plays that not a lot of Bayonettas get, but it also means that those explosive plays can go both ways.
Right, absolutely. And you know, backfiring at the moment at the end where it just, he needed to live the most, you know. He had survived the big forward smash play. I feel like winning that game would do monstrous mental damage.
I mean, you'd almost certainly force Dabuz off of the Rosalina at that point, right? Like, unless he has such a solid game plan in place that he just feels like, oh, I lost off of a couple reads, but for now, Lima can do naught but use his counterpick advantage that he has in this game number 4. Obviously, he will be sticking with the Bayonetta, and the question now is going to be, what do we see from Dabuz? Is it still going to be the Rosalina and Luma? Is he going to switch it over to the Alf with Lima changing up the venue?
I feel like he's been confident enough with the Rosa that we were probably going to see it for the rest of the set. At this point, I think winning game 3 with it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I feel like at this point, it's a ride it out with Rosa moment.
He's playing the Mario music too, so it kind of feels like it'd be appropriate. These two taking the time to think about what the exact approach is going to be heading into this game number 4. Again, I mean, this one even more important than the last, because now if Dabuz wins this one, tournament's over and he will finally claim the crown that he has been trying to reach for so long. He's been the king of New York. He's been trying to be the king of Texas at least once.
So close. I'm sure he can taste it, but Lima's not going to give it to him for free.
He's going to ice him out. Wait for it. Lima is chilling.
This is a Wizrobe moment.
Yeah. I mean, these two don't seem to be doing anything. What's the holdup even?
We are on a timer.
It's a slap in the wrist. Come on, let's go. Well, here we are. Game is beginning. Game number 4. Dabuz up 2-1. One more game. He gets the final Low Tide City title. We are back to Final Destination. Lima definitely seemed comfortable here last time, but again, the way that game ended, Dabuz really seemed to adapt to playing on this stage. will have to do so at the beginning without a Luma, as Lima immediately focuses down that little star.
Absolutely, and doing what he needs to keep that non-factor. Oh, but it just takes one miss to go horribly wrong with these juggles on FD.
Yeah, I mean, Lima right there had to, change it up in that moment. I mean, it goes for both players in terms of you can't overextend on those juggles. And for Lima right there, right, he had the combo going, but he hit Luma mid-combo, so he had to go, okay, I can't take the Dabuz up to the top. I instead have to come down with, I think it was a Nair that he did to just kind of finish it out, rack up some damage, and go right back to neutral.
Here we go. A lot of pressure covering the ledge here when you have that setup. The separation, that almost finishing the job there is crazy.
It's because the final hit was from the Luma, and so too for that up smash. Dabuz getting out to a very solid lead here in this game number 4.
Solid percent already. I love the B reverse there, so you can turn yourself around with an empty move because Luma's not even there.
Again, look at the way that Dabuz is mixing up that DI too. There's no guaranteed big combo for Lima. Immediately taking out that Luma. I didn't even take note of what color it was. He got rid of it so quickly. And now getting rid of that Dabuz stock. So as early as he was able to take that first one from Lima, wasn't able to rack up a lot of extra credit.
He's got to be really careful. Putting himself wedged between these two characters.
Dangerous place to be.
But man, Lima consistently says, I've got to get between them if I want to get to the Rosa.
You have to make that number on the bottom left of the screen go up. It has to be a bigger number if you want to win. And Luma getting stuck in the rapid jabs, meaning that Lima has a free opportunity to build up those numbers indeed.
Stuck to the other side here. ABK is going to catch Dabuz, trying to get something started. But again, the DI from Dabuz consistently has been so good.
It really is so impressive with such a big character like Rosalita too, right? Obviously, you're very floaty. You'll get sent out of those combos maybe a little bit earlier, but I mean, to see it be not consistent for Lima to land those combos to the point that, yeah, not able to finish it off there, Dabuz staying alive here at these higher percentages for such a light character. It really is just a testament to how good that defensive gameplay is and how long it is, but Lima, do not let him out of your sights. Dabuz responds with an up smash and taunt of his own. He is not going to let the hometown boy play to the crowd.
Absolutely not. He's definitely not one to be fazed by any of that either. Already back to his old business. Dash dancing around. Lima does find a nice starter, but ends it so early. You never see him end them that early, but because he has just been so unsuccessful with the longer strings, has to give it up to Dabuz.
Have to respect it. And now Dabuz, once again, has himself on tournament point. One more stock and he can get the win. I can't tell if the crowd is chanting, let's go Lima or Luma at this point.
Genuinely could be either way.
People have been popping off for both of these players. Warring back airs, Lima's the one to win it. Which time, no dice on the Luma. I love the up air right there to get Luma away.
Yeah, because you know the dash attack could have put Luma out of commission. Can we catch this landing?
Risky landing with that nair right there, right in front of the Luma. And honestly, both of these characters very light, but Lima could definitely be the one in more danger if Dabuz is able to land something like an up smash, catch him out of the air. Lingering nair could set up for it. And you're going right back to that ledge. Dabuz will have Luma back in a couple of seconds. There it is. Danger is afoot.
Okay, not enough to knock Luma off stage. Not enough to catch with the up smash. This is a scary spot. You're wedged between, retreating to the ledge.
Oh my gosh, so brave to land on the Luma. Lima does take care of it with the two nairs. Forward air's not going to take Dabuz off the side, and he is going to take his time to recover. Wait until that Luma gets back. Dabuz wants to play it safe.
Jab one connects, but Lima didn't believe the up smash from Dabuz, catching the downwards afterburner kick, and that is Dabuz finally claiming his first low tide city.
And honestly, not the biggest pop-off I was expecting with how many years in the making this has been, but the crowd is there to support him too. Samuel Busby has finally claimed the crown he has so longed for, and doing it over the hometown hero in Lima, and doing it in true finals as well. Dabuz, representing Team Liquid, he finally claims his low tide city.
Genuinely, I think of LTCs, Dabuz probably has the most second places of anybody. But finally, making that conversion, and again, with a character that nobody else is really bringing to the table.
And here comes the swath of fans to give Dabuz his kudos, the people who have been there for him through the thick and thin, and that is one overjoyed veteran player right there. Always a treat to get to see Dabuz play, and even better with a smile on his face.
Absolutely, doing it big. So big ups to Dabuz for finally getting that dub that he's been looking for. He's going to sign the Lollipop Guild's poster.
Propeller hats coming through as well. Well, dang, I mean, what a poetic way to end this tournament series, right? We ran 4 of these dang things, 2021, 2, 3, and 4, and Dabuz was there for all of them, and so many times he really wanted to claim that victory, wasn't able to make it there, but I mean, here at the final one, who else would it be to finish out this whole series?
It is truly poetic to finish it off that way.
I mean, to think back on the winners we've had here down in Round Rock, right? The first year it was MK Leo. What a surprise, MK Leo wins the tournament, right? And Dabuz was there for that. And second year, 2022, it was Spargo, who at that time was building his status as perhaps being the GOAT of the moment. And Dabuz was there at that tournament too, made it into top 8, made a deep run. I don't remember if he was here last year, and that was the avenue for Mudace to defend the entire state of Texas and get a victory for all the Texans at Low Tide City. And then at the final one, you know, the guy who was there at the beginning is there at the end and getting the victory against, again, compared to last year, the hometown hero, even in the face of some, you know, fun stuff.
Man. Big screams, big shouts, look at that.
You know, Lima's obviously